What's up, everybody, and thank you for tuning in again to Three Reasons Why. I'm here with my bros. It's your boy, the 209 Tiger, chilling with.
The CDP 209 out of Stockton, California, born and raised. Right now residing in Las Vegas, Nevada. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Talk about this debate.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Common Sense Marcus. Like always, straight from my mama, giving it to you raw and uncut. We in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
Right here, right now, we're going to get into last week's debate, or the debate on Tuesday. We're just going to recap it, who we think won, and then our preview for the next one, Trump getting the virus, and everything else in between. Let's go. So we all watched the debate pretty much, at least seen enough of it. What do you guys think? First off, what do you guys think of the way it was handled, moderated? Before we get into who we think won, what was your overall thought after you seen it? What were you thinking after?
I was like, look, I'll take that first bite of the apple. Full disclaimer, I've been rolling with this boy Trump since Celebrity Apprentice. Shout out to Celebrity Apprentice. So I've been holding down Trump for a long time. But my first initial reaction to it, me being biased to Trump, I was like, what the hell he doing, man? He coming across like a bully. Making old Uncle Joe Pop look like a sympathy figure up there, like an old man that getting beat up on. Trump was just attacking him. I'm not saying he wasn't attacking him with facts, but he just didn't let that man talk. I didn't like that too much. A debate, you got to let both sides talk. And about the moderator, that nigga lost control in the first 45 seconds. That's my thought. I don't know about you, CD.
My thought, it basically went the way I thought it was going to go. I'm surprised that Joe Biden was able to stay up there that long, the way he been talking in the speeches. So I'm shocked. And there was a lot of weird shit, on both sides. But I think next time, I don't know if they'll be able to structure it like that, but next time they're going to have to come up with a way to where there's no way for the other person to interrupt the other person. Because
like that's Zoom call?
Like cut the mic off or something or something. Just do that or something. Something simple, a simple fix. Because Trump, that's in his blood. He's a shit talker. He talks shit. And he talks shit with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, he is old man. Like, man, he got the old man look, man. You know what I'm saying? And to me, his words didn't have no backbone. Like, he was just talking soft and everything. And when he tried to get aggressive with Trump, you know what I'm saying? Trump ate his ass up like the one, what did he say? He said something about his son that passed away. Biden was talking about his son that passed away. He was an army vet. And
Bo Biden.
And all this stuff. Then Trump was talking about his other son. He was like, what are you talking about? What's his other son name?
Hunter.
Yeah. We're talking about Bo, his son that passed away. Trump was like, what you talking about, Hunter? Hunter, the guy that went over there to China with treason, took $3.5 million. What you gonna give $3.5 million to somebody for? What do you get $3.5 million for? You know what I'm saying? Biden was like, that's a lie. No. Like, come on, man. You got to say it with your chest, bro. You going up to lead America in these hard times. You know what I'm saying? Hard times in America. You got the countries around here. They come with it. Putin, North Korea, China, probably even the Saudi Arabia. All the motherfuckers, they gonna come with it. And Trump talking that shit. He demanding his respect. You know what I'm saying? Like Biden he can't go into those meetings at the UN or whatever. Well, like, come on, big. But they just gonna have to come up with a way to cut the mics off or something to let the other person talk. And that's what it is. But Trump ain't gonna shut up. That's talking shit. That's right up his alley.
Optics like
Your mic is low.
Yeah, hold up, Carl. Your mic is low.
Mic is low.
While you fixing your mic, one thing I'll bring up too is that I thought was hella funny is that that dude Trump had some like zingers though, like you were saying about his kids. Another one, he was like, don't vote for this guy, he ain't smart or whatever. He was like, wait, what? Don't ever use the word smart with me again. You were like, don't even remember what college you went to, last in your class. You know what I'm saying? I did more in 47 months than you did in 47 years. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, he roasted him.
Then they talk about Kamala Harris, like saying like she ain't even like African American, like or something. I don't know, but they bring up paperwork on her.
She like Punjabi or something, I think, or the Middle Eastern.
Yeah, they bring paperwork on her. I hear you now.
You good.
But now, like, you know, from like a optics, I think it was pretty good job by Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did a lot better than I thought he would. Like,
I didn't think he was gonna make it because all the past, the rallies, him saying up there forgetting his lines and all that stuff. Remember that stuff they was showing? He didn't do none of that up there, so that was a plus on his side. He at least was able to remember his lines.
and he did show, even though it's kind of like because they're both up there, you know what I mean? But he showed like a little bit of aggressiveness, you know what I mean? Like he tried, you know, he was like, you know, he called him a racist and he was talking about the taxes and he tried to come at him some, you know what I mean? That's not his game, but I'm like, he did a lot better job as you know, I don't know. I kind of thought going in it would just be like kind of like Trump just throwing his weight around and whatever. He was over talking him, but Joe, like I said, Joe stood up, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, like, and yeah, I mean, the one of the big ones will be the Trump didn't denounce the white supremacy, so you know that's you know what I mean that's gonna hurt somebody's pockets. You know what I mean? He gonna get that phone call because they already had to start going public. All of them had to start saying like, nah, I don't know what bruh's talking about, because that's how you gonna start losing money. And we seen with the NFL, you start losing money, you know what I'm saying? You change your tune real quick.
Nah, that's true. But like,
Just
to touch on that white supremacist, man, like I told you, I'm a Trump supporter. If he's wrong, he's wrong. He's right, he's right. I don't agree with everything he does. But that dude's been denouncing white supremacy for what, 10, 15 years now, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't come out and say, oh, I'm against all groups. But he was like, it was like, hey, you want to denounce this? He was like, sure. He was like, what about that? He's like, sure. He's like, name who you want me to denounce. And they were like, Proud Boys. First of all, Proud Boys ain't even a white supremacy group. That's like a mixed group. Yeah, their face might be white on the Portland, Oregon thing, but they got that thing international. I didn't even know that hella Cuban Americans were in that. Hella African Americans in that. Asian Americans are in that. But he was like, Proud Boys stand back. Not unless you Antifa niggas go crazy, then Proud Boys come back. So I'm just like, I'm saying, man, my boy Trump has always denounced white supremacy. I'm tired of that. Like, if that dude's racist, he's the worst motherfucking racist of all time. They gotta stop that white supremacy card.
Well, I think it's more or less they want him to say it, that I denounce white supremacy. I think that's what they were going for. Like, not
he said sure though.
Not stand back and wait or whatever it is. Stand back and stand by or whatever. Like you in the military, like stand back and stand by until further orders or something. I think they just wanted a clear, I'm with this or I'm not with this. Like okay, like I hate onions. Well, say you hate onions. I hate onions. There you go.
Well,
not something that's like kind of in the middle of it. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I took from it.
Well, yeah, I get that, but like knowing you a long time and we've been to plenty of restaurants and you'd be like, no onions, no tomato. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, we know you don't like onions. Like, this dude is making the KKK group a terrorist group. Does he really got to say fuck white supremacy? Like, his actions are speaking louder, you know what I'm saying?
No, like I said, I'm just saying from the optics of it. Like I said, I mean, I know, like I said, he's put like, okay, and then he was trying to talk about, you know, he want to talk about Antifa and whatever, and they weren't really trying to hear that. So, you know what I mean? It's on both sides of the coin. But yeah, the Proud Boys, I watched like a little short, little 5 minute video on them, and I didn't see nothing nobody really should be scared of. Like they just seem like some fools out there. Like I did see some about the creator. Um, like he came out with something that was real racist towards the Jewish community. Um, that's all I really see. Other than that, they just look like I don't know, some dude still trying to be college frat guys or whatever, like punching. They were somebody in, and they're punching him, and the guy's naming cereals as like his initiation. So he's like Raisin Bran, Frosted Flakes, like while they're just punching him in the chest, and I'm just like, damn, like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know how they got named as like because I don't even know half of these names. I know there's like a Boogaloo gang that's out there shooting police or whatever. Like if anyone, I thought maybe he would say this one, the Proud Boys. I don't,
Yeah, just real quick, full disclaimer to the people that listen on podcast, Podbean, Spotify that can't see us. We some dark complexion, you know what I'm saying? Some melatonin brothers. So the last thing we is racist to any creed. So I don't support Proud Boys hating on Jewish people or anybody for that matter, the way you look, sex, whatever. But going back to the debate, picking up on your point about Biden, Trump made him look like a sympathetic character to me. And like you losing votes like that, if you're gonna make like, oh, I feel sorry for Grandpa Joe Pop now, like he might do a better job than this rambunctious, arguing, angry man right here or whatever. Like sometimes when he was talking, like Trump would say something, he would just look at the camera and be like, you American people, you guys need to vote. Like, I was like, man, that got me like, all right, he talking to the people. But overall, man, like I just can't roll with that dude Biden because, like you said earlier, CDP, he was like, he's talking about his son, like, hey, your son a cokehead, your son took 3.5 million. He was like, that's a lie, that's a lie. And then like 30 seconds later, he was like, okay, just like many Americans, my son did have a substance abuse problem and he got it taken care of. Well, what about that 3.5 million? You didn't say nothing about that. So you know what I'm saying?
Well, people do not recognize, like, put your money where your mouth is. That's saying Trump is paying for everything out of his own goddamn pocket. Trump is losing money, financially losing money, being the president of the United States. He's losing money.
Amen.
And then also, with that, before Trump got in office, why was he in all rap videos? Why did every single rapper have some type of rhyme in their verse? I'm going to get like Trump. I'm going to do this like Trump. I want to be like Trump. I'm going to get so much paper, I'm going to walk in the bank like Trump. Rappers, black people of all sorts, actors, any position, blacks wanted to be like Trump in their rhymes, in their actions, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump. He was in the video. He was hanging out with Mike Tyson. All kind of shit. Now he gets in the office. He's a racist.
Let me ask y'all one thing. Was there one thing about the debate that they talked about that you didn't know? Like, oh, you was like, oh, I changed my mind on that. Or is there one thing that you wish they would have talked about?
That I wish they would have talked about. I'm about to tell you right now.
Hey Chris,
Biden ain't doing nothing like this. He ain't even mentioned nothing like this. Only thing Biden mentioned was, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You remember that? Yeah, that's fucking corny. But this right here, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me try to flip it. If y'all seen that?
Oh, you see Jason.
Can y'all?
Nah, not really. Tell us what it
yeah,
said.
I see it.
It's called the Platinum Plan, 500 billion. It's a 500 billion Black American plan designates the KKK, Antifa, and terrorist organizations, making lynching a national hate crime. And it's going to put money into the Black Americans starting businesses, ownership, schooling, It's all kind of prosperity, security, fairness, all kind of different ways it's going to do for the black community in America. But it's 500 billion. You know,
What was it called?
the Platinum Plan. I'll send it to you guys.
Platinum Plan. So you wish they would have talked about the Platinum Plan. Biden ain't touching that. And Biden can't say anything good the president did.
And in his commercials, he ain't saying shit about he gonna do for the black community. All he's saying is, I ain't racist, I ain't racist. And there's plenty of audio and video of him calling and using the N-word. Plenty of video. And I don't even want to talk about him touching on the little girls and the camera. How many times have been caught on camera touching female, whispering in little girls' ears, and how he had to have an operation to take a tumor out of his head because they said that's the reason why he has an infatuation to touch little girls. You know, a military, one of the Secret Service men, they throw parties and stuff for the Secret Service when he was in office. When Obama and him was in the office, they throw little parties for Secret Service men, and amongst themselves, they bring their wives. A Secret Service man, it's on the YouTube. He's a guest on a show. He got kicked out of there because Joe Biden wouldn't stop touching his wife's breast. Right? You know what I'm saying? Real Secret Service dude. He got kicked out because he was standing up for his wife. Biden couldn't keep his hands off her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know there's a lot of sick shit.
If you're gonna put names on somebody, Trump racist this, racist that. Okay, let's do this dirt over here. Because I believe both sides is dirty. But
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's tunnel vision, you know what I'm saying? But then they say Trump is racist. Like, show me something. Show me something that he did racist.
What about you?
N-word is played out.
The N-word is played out.
Every white person said the word nigger. That shit is old. That shit don't even offend me no more. If somebody calling me a nigger, I'll fucking laugh at them because that's all they got. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing else. You fucking nigger.
Well, we give power to words, so if that word don't affect you no more, it don't affect me no more. Real quick, little disclaimer: fake affects me. If motherfuckers is like, you fake, oh, we fighting. I'm about to choke the shit out of you. Like, ain't nothing about me fake, motherfucker. Yeah, so yeah, we give words, we give power to words. Yeah. So well, what do you think about the debate? Going back to the debate, Carl, like what do you think they wish they would have talked about or didn't talk about or whatever?
You know the problem that they're having with qualified immunity with police officers. Okay. But neither side is for ending it, so you know it's like whatever. I mean, it's like, well, they're gonna talk about it for what? You know what I mean? But you know, I would like to see some, you know, like somebody's plan of like a real plan, because things has gotten so out of hand with the police union. That shit is like stronger than the mob and shit. It's like you can't denounce it because it's too powerful. You'll lose so much votes, you know. So they can't denounce. You know, they can't be like, you know what, we need to just do away with police. You know, the way police is, and put in qualified immunity, and because then once you lose support of the unions, then it's like, you know what I mean? Like how bad of a look would that be if a president doesn't have the support of the police?
Well, picking up on your comment, Uncle Joe Pop couldn't name one group police that backed him. Like Trump got all the police backing him. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'll leave that up to the people. But Biden couldn't say one law enforcement group to back him. He couldn't even say that he stands for law and order. If you watch the whole thing, like, because once he says I stand for law and order, there goes all his left wing supporters. Like, boom, we out of here.
They even got a group now called Democrats for Trump. You know what I'm saying? They kind of thick too.
But one thing I wish they would have talked about, I wish Trump or Biden would have talked about what has Biden really done in 47 years. Like the only thing that he used to say claim to fame was his 94 criminal act, which put a lot of people that look like us behind bars for many, many years. Now, who's to say if they deserve to go to jail or not? That's not my business. But If you're gonna put a one-sided like law out there that just locks people up for a long, almost like the 3-strike rule, his law was like puts them up for a long, long, long time. I'm not with that, man. I'm with the rehabilitation. If you could be rehabilitated, I mean, we in America, the land of second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances. It got to be the same for the underside of our society too. But I wish they would have just talked about more of his what has he did. His claim to fame is that, and I was Biden's running mate. That's your claim to fame. Like at least for me, Trump was like, I want to build a wall. Motherfucker built the wall. Said I want jobs. Motherfucker got a job. Like,
But like the way Joe Biden handled the debate, that's how debates are won. You know what I mean? Like that's what turns elections, because he left people with the lasting impression you remember from the debate is nothing about Joe Biden. It's the uproar of Trump not denouncing these groups or whatever, and that kind of like took all the focus off whatever, and that's the lasting impression that broke headlines. I was working, I didn't watch the debate live, but that's all I could see. Like once I got home and looked at the news, it was that taking point. I didn't really see nobody like hammering Joe Biden negative, because they're too busy trying to do damage control off that Trump statement.
well, the media. I'm just hold on, CDP. The
I'm
media.
just saying the optics of it is
No, yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm just saying
I
as
get
far
that.
as the debate. That's why I think Joe Biden won, because people have to make statements. You know what I mean? Like clarifying their stance on these groups. You know what I mean? Because Donald Trump didn't do it. So that's what I'm saying is the optics is like you got to do some damage control over here, and homie just kind of walked away like all right, like you know what I'm saying? Like I got this.
Uh, well, like yeah, just going off the optics, I guess of it. Like
But the debate in general was just sloppy and ugly. It was like a 6-3 game of football that you're watching. You know what I mean?
that is true.
Like,
Like
it was just like, God, dude, that shit was so poorly handled, and they're just arguing back and forth. It's like, God, dude, this is what we got. Like, you know what I mean? Two grumpy old men.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's what like it was entertaining to me, but it was entertaining in the wrong reasons. It's like watching a car crash. Like, man, did you see that car crash? Knowing somebody's gonna get hurt or fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nobody's talking about this letter that came out. It says in late July 2016, when Hillary and Trump started running, the U.S. intelligence agencies obtained insight into the Russian intelligence analysts alleging that U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton had approved campaign plan to stir up a scandal against U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump by trying him to Putin and the Russians, hacking of the Democratic National Committee. The IC does not know the accuracy of this allegation or the extent to which the Russian intelligence analysts may reflect the exaggeration or fabrication. Basically, they're saying Hillary Clinton approved for them to go through with this Russiagate, the case that Trump beat, you know what I'm saying? Which nobody talks about, which the Democrats throw out the window. You know what I'm saying? They say, oh, he's a racist, he this, he that, and he that. But everything they throw at him, all them court cases, he's beaten them all. He hasn't lost one. If he would have lost one, for a jaywalking ticket, they would have kicked him out of office. He ain't lost one case. They tried him on all kind of shit. What color drawers he wear? He beat that case. You know what I'm saying? It's like give it a break and let this dude do what he has to do.
But Trump,
He's in office trying to get shit accomplished, but he got to take time out of office to go to court for a punk ass case.
but there's a lot of cases that's just waiting on him to not be the president, because he can't go to court and trial as president.
Yeah.
yeah, but he touched on it a little bit at the debate. Like I said, I don't know if y'all watched the whole.
They need to talk about that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'll just call him a racist and say this, that, and the third. Let's talk about what he has accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Years that Biden got and what Biden accomplished. Let's put their table, their way stations head up of accomplishments. Biden, Trump's accomplishment. Biden been in the game damn near 50 years. Trump been in the game, what, 4 years? Let's go head up. You know what I'm saying? Even put Obama's, you can put Biden's and Obama's accomplishment and weigh up against what Trump got accomplished in his 3.5 years.
Look, that's why I think not having a crowd because of that Corona bullshit like really affected or really helped Biden because Trump did speak upon that a little bit. He was like, man, since me and the first lady walked down that escalator, y'all been trying to get me out of here. Y'all been like sabotaging me or whatever. But the moderator was like, anyways, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, no, they been on me. He was like, next topic to you, Vice President Biden or whatever. And then another thing I thought was interesting too is that Trump got a lot of jobs. He got the lowest unemployment rate, this, or whatever, third. But that moderator, I didn't know. And Biden's claim to fame is like, we gave this guy a good economy or whatever. We gave him a lot of jobs. I didn't know that. So like overall, as far as win or loss, I'm gonna have to say like I couldn't call it, but I will say Biden looked a lot more coherent and a lot more sympathetic than I give him credit for. I thought it was gonna be like just a slugfest, like like a powerhouse conference college team going against like Delta College or Sac State or something. It was more of a like you said, Carl, like a 6-3 game, like overtime, like something like that. Like what the heck?
After the Trump success, Trump with this experience, what's up? He gonna come a little this next round.
But what people won't say though, I know Trump was like getting in his grill. He wouldn't let Biden talk, but that dude Biden, I had to go back and look because somebody told me Biden was the first one to interrupt Trump. So once you open up that floodgates, it's fair business, especially with Trump. He ain't playing around that shit.
People gotta put the fact that he's been throwing dirt on his name for years. Probably the first time Trump seen that motherfucker. So I know somebody been throwing dirt on my motherfucking name all these years, and the first time I see him, they might put security between us. I'm about to try to jump on that nigga. So Biden probably lucky that he was just yelling. You know what I'm saying? Trump probably wanted to kick his ass.
How y'all feel about that dude Biden calling Trump a clown and stupid?
Hey, he comes with the territory.
For me, like I said, for me and you, if me and you arguing, you can be like, you stupid Marcus. I'll be like, come on, you dumb Chris, or whatever. I get that. But going to Carr's point, are these the two best people the United States has to offer? Two little babies up there arguing over a spilled milk? That's what it came across. Like sometimes, like one of you guys got to grab your tie, do like that, and just be the bigger man if you're gonna run this free nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it goes to like CP was saying, like there has to be something where one person can just talk at a time because you can't hear what anybody's really talking about because it's too busy. Like okay, it's too much personal. I don't know if it's just a personal dislike thing or whatever, but it's like they can't talk about nothing without it getting confrontational. And it's like, dude, like someone's talking, like, okay, they're talking about the virus, the way the virus is. And then it just kind of turns and goes and it starts turning into like a mini argument, like, but amongst themselves. And it's like, no, but and then it starts turning into, well, that's what they're saying. And then it's finger pointing. And then the moderator's already lost control. And it's just like, dude, what the hell are we watching?
Right.
It's been like that ever since Trump been running, though. I said that when Trump was going against Hillary, like I told everybody, like, even growing up through the years, I ain't never seen such a cutthroat presidential election ever like this in my life. Like, they was just low blows, like, man, the scandals after scandals, low blows, and the childish arguments. It's been going on like that the last like 8 years. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen nothing like this. It's crazy. Like back when, my days, Reagan, even Bill Clinton. We didn't know at the time how crooked he was, but at least I didn't. But everything was professional. You know what I mean? But I guess it's just a social media thing. You know what I'm saying? You got more insight of what's going on. And you communicate, you're able to communicate with people across the world. So more, if you got any dirt, it's coming. So
But not only that, but we older now too. Like you could have told me 16 years ago, like, hey, what was it like Bush and somebody else Gore going to presidency? I'd be like, man, I don't care about that. You know, I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to live my life. You know, whatever. You get older, you start going to church more. You start doing things that your parents did. Read the paper, read the news, whatever. Pay attention to debates. So I'm more into the debate than I was, years past. But it's just sad, man, to be like I said, I'm big time Trump, but it's just sad to be like, Trump is solid, but like, can't we get like a 40-year-old dude that's solid? Can't we get like a 35-year-old man with a plan or something? Like, why you gotta be like over 65 to run for president? You know what I'm saying? Like the youngest you could be is 35, I think, or 36. Why ain't nobody 40 came out like I'm running for president?
It's like a lifetime achievement award.
Something.
You're still building your resume. You know what I'm saying? By the time you're in your 50s, you know what I'm saying, your resume speaks for itself. But now you got Obama. He was just a governor of Chicago for a couple of years. Before that, he went to a couple of colleges. And there's a thing out right now, a person that supposedly graduated that year that Obama claims he went to Columbia. He got a petition out saying to my class or whatever, sign this, send me some information telling me that you had Obama in your class. Because basically he's saying he don't remember no Obama going to no Columbia. You know what I'm saying? But basically all Obama had was under his belt was governor of Chicago. You know what I mean? Like that's all you could come up with. Then he became president. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Kamala Harris coming in. She did more than Obama, but this dude, the old mayor of
Trump did say that in the debate too. He was like, he did say like, well, Kamala Harris don't think, because Joe Biden did do a good job to kind of like distance himself from the left. You know what I mean? Because when Trump was trying to like force him to take that stance, he was like, I am the party. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I mean? Like, I am the Democratic Party. Like, and he kept trying to say like you and the left, and he's like, no. Like, he did like, and I will give him that. Like, he ain't eat the cheese, because there was a lot of times I thought like, okay, Trump's gonna reel him in and try to make him lose composure, and then you know what I mean, start hitting him, and I'm like, Joe did a good job of like kind of avoiding that. Like, nah, dude, I can't get drawn in to an all out word for word, tit for tat.
One thing he did wrong though, I think, is that dude Chris, the moderator or whatever, was like, hey, there's been 100 days of rioting in Portland, Oregon. Like, the people are tired of this. You say you are the Democratic Party. Have you made a phone call, email out there to the governor, Kate Brown in Portland, Oregon? He was like, I have no title. I was like, what the fuck? You gotta have a title to make a phone call? Like, dude, your title is I'm the ex-vice president. Knock that shit off. Like, you know what I'm saying? What, like, is that old saying? Sorry to cut you off. Is that old saying? If you don't speak up, then therefore you condone. If you don't stand for nothing, you're gonna fall for everything. And that dude ain't standing up against the 100-day riots, so therefore he condones the 100-day riots. But go ahead, Carl. My fault.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, do you think it was any type of coincidence that right after the debate, Trump tested positive for the virus?
I mean, before I answer that, I want to ask y'all too. Do y'all think it was like wire in his ear or a mic on either party? But just to answer your direct COVID question, hell yeah, I think it's coincidence. They want to take that dude out. So if they could have sprayed Corona on his mic, they would have sprayed Corona on his mic. They could have put Corona on his wife's seat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gave it to her in a glass of water. I mean, I'm not really a believer on coincidences, so it's just very odd. I'll say it like that boy got Corona now.
I was thinking about it from the other angle. I was talking with my people's Judah, and we were talking, and it was like, yeah, what if he, you know what I mean? Because I don't know when the next debate is, but I know it should be sometime in October. So we're like, what if he can do it from the White House with somebody, you know what I mean, right there with them taking on Joe Biden while Joe Biden's over there with like the moderator or something? Or what if he emerges and says, I've been cured by my son's company's vaccine or whatever?
I think it's just
There's a
successful.
lot of. I'm just saying, if he comes out and says, you know what, hey, I've been cured by whatever his son's company is pushing.
Well, the crazy part is they touched on Corona a little bit, and then my wife picked up on it, and she was like, "Hey, the vaccine's out there, like the pharmaceutical, whatever. I'm making all these deals, like we ready to go. It's just a lot of red tape, a lot of political. But I'm ready to go, dude. If you're the president and people are scared of Corona and you ready to go, fuck all that red tape. Get that shit out there. So that's what, to me, that's one where Trump came a little weak or a little soft. Like I said, if I'm for Trump or against Trump, I can't agree for everything. And he was wrong on that one. If you know you can push out this drug to help these people that want this Corona shot, man, fuck a Democrat, fuck a Republican, fuck them all. Help your people. America first, right? Help your people.
People don't understand how Trump moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could just see it, like, his whole tenure. You can just see he moves in subliminal. He never shows his whole hand. He comes out the blue with shit. So this move right here is just nothing but a chess move for me. Like, he speaks in subliminal. His tweets is subliminal. They may say something, but they mean something else. Trump is not gonna go out against these motherfuckers, man. This is motivation. Like, them motherfuckers was laughing at him when he was just talking about him to be president. The niggas was cracking jokes on him, laughing at him. It's a clip. He was at some luncheon or something. Dude was up on stage was cracking a joke about that shit. And Trump was like just mugging him, just like, I'm gonna eat your lunch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this is all this chip on his shoulder, man. This is a big ass chess move.
I will say
He's gonna do what Carl said. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this shit right now. Then he's gonna come out and tell everybody what he got cured by, and it's gonna be something that his son did, or the HCQ, whatever it is.
hydrochloroquine or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Gonna come out.
his son is in one company, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably though.
And then he gonna. I think whoever that lady named that got sick first, she gonna come out and say, yeah, it worked, it cured me. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, and then we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's next. You know, this is like a big movie. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we're in it.
Yeah, two things that struck me odd though is like one, speaking upon his Corona like positive, like the average is 14 days. Well, he was like, fuck that 14 days. I'll be good to go in 10 days. So he knows something I don't know. Shout out to the QAnon. They predicted that 10-day shit long before I did. And number two that I thought was odd, multiple states are have lockdowns. Worse than California. We're on like 25%, whatever bullshit that means. But multiple states are still locked down until November 9th. What the fuck happens after November 9th? The election's over. What type of shit is that? It's a game, man. Like y'all, like that shit was just like, man, come on now. And CDC constantly backtracking. Speaking of Corona, you got a 99% rate. Masks really don't work. You're surviving. We overblew that. I'm sorry. Like, dude, you 9 months later, how you gonna say I'm sorry? So those two things kind of struck me odd. But as far as him being sick, I'm gonna lean more to CDP. Like, there's a meaning behind him getting sick right now. You know what I'm saying? Either he hiding out to do some shit or what? Because that dude gets tested daily. And you going in not tested, you leaving tested. Something must have happened.
That is true.
President, he got super doctors.
That is true too. Yeah, he got alien doctors.
He probably get his shit cured in one fucking day. So for him to do this, and he got 10 days, and he doing something. And then I sent y'all some pictures. It was I will show my phone because I probably got this background. It won't show on the screen, but on Twitter, this one dude in Canada, he took a picture. The Air Force One and 4 fighter jets was next to it, so 2 on each side, fighter jets.
Yeah.
flew over his house. He got the picture from his backyard. You know what I'm saying? And that popped up on Twitter. Then 20 minutes later, I got something from Newsweek on the app on my phone that said Trump is getting taken by helicopter to whatever hospital right now. Like, how can he be in Canada and on the East Coast at the same time on a helicopter when you got the Air Force One flying over this dude's house? You know what I'm saying? Two places at one time, like, and nobody.
I heard they took him to some like fancy hospital, but it was for his own like over precaution. Like he doing well, whatever, but it's over precaution, whatever that means. But like, I mean, just going back all the way to the debate. I hope Trump's okay. I hope everybody who had corona's okay. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay that. If you lost a loved one, I'm sorry. I hope Trump and his wife fight through this. I hope everybody fights through this corona shit. But I'm looking forward to number 2 debate. I don't know about the vice president one, but the next debate, I'm looking forward to it. It was entertaining to me. I can't say who won or lost. Like I said, Biden looked better than I thought he would. Trump got to calm down and let that man stumble over his own lingo a little bit. That's why I want to ask you, do you think that dude had a mic or a CIA implant in his brain? Either side, Trump, or you think somebody cheated?
I think they both did, but I think Biden utilized his. I don't think Trump probably did, but I don't think it was needed. Like when you see Trump get up there, he's like a stand-up comedian when he talks. He just cracking. I swear to God, he's just like a stand-up comedian. He'll tell a story and it'll end up into a joke. You know what I'm saying? There's no way he's reading a prompter. You know what I'm saying? Now, Biden up there with the pen, looking down, looking up, and he was like a machine up there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think they were both wired, but Biden utilized his more.
His eyes look freaky too, though.
Yeah, he had blue eyes up there. He had brown eyes.
You know, I was that was my takeaway. I think Biden was a little bit more composed, and that made him look a little bit more sharper. As far as, you know, Trump's arguing with the moderator, he's arguing with Biden, and he's just arguing back and forth with both. And, you know, and Biden's just kind of standing back like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got to do too much to pull out this. But the next debate, yeah, I mean, hopefully it happens. Like I said, with Trump getting the virus, I don't know if it will be postponed, if it will be virtual.
On my Twitter, they sent this lady sent me a link in my group because Trump's supposedly he's gonna do it if needed. He's gonna do it like we talking right now. He's gonna do it on the computer from wherever he's at.
I mean, that's tough. I got a picture. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me see if y'all can see it. Oh, it's tough, but you see that nigga's his arm right there, that little thing in his arm where he coughing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got that wire right there. Like, I don't know if that's photoshopped or what, but he over there like, heard you.
The clip where he put his hand under his jacket too, and like he's not scratching. He's like
adjusting it. And I will say though, I seen a news article where Trump was like, all right, I want a third party to check out, like pat us down, make sure everything's good. Trump was like, I'm good to go with that. Biden was like, nah. So that makes me like hesitant, because man, like I told you, this dude look coherent. He looked like confident. He looked sympathetic. And every other clip I seen from that dude before the last like 5-6 years, he looked like blah 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 blah. And now over here, he like good to go. So either he was mic'd up, or his medication was on point that day, or what. I don't know what it was, but
like I said, I mean, if Joe Biden can just kind of keep that moving, like at least kind of keep something similar, I mean, at least it'll give me some hope. Because I wasn't even into watching the debate, because I was like, he don't got wordplay, like, you know, like what's his name? Because right or wrong, I just thought, you know, Trump was more sharper with the tongue, you know what I'm saying, than Biden. More like kind of like quick as far as like insults, jokes. You know, he like when someone says something, he responds hella quick. And it seems like when someone tells Biden something, he kind of kind of like thinks about it and has more of a delay. That's why I was like thinking when the debate came, I thought I thought I thought Trump was just gonna like, oh, he's just gonna out talk him. So, the second one should be a little bit now that they could keep some order in it, where they can both talk and, what's their plan for this and what's their plan for that, instead of like just going for personal attacks. You know what I mean? You talk, about the sun, about the taxes, about, whatever. You know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff that ain't on the like. Okay, if Trump ain't paid taxes, is like it's already a national thing. I don't know. He show, don't show, whatever happens. It's like that don't really have bearance on the election to me, because I think every president don't pay taxes or make some money now. 11 years or what they're saying. Now that's kind of, now that might need some looking into. You know what I mean? If someone ain't paying taxes for that long, you know what I mean? Without being in office, but.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I agree with you. I think there should be more like order with the debate, and I think they should have more direct answers. Like, do you like the color black? Yeah, like, yeah, black is cool with me. I like black. Instead of be like, well, gray's all right sometimes, and white, whatever. And real quick about his taxes. I don't know if he paid or not, but I was telling my wife though, like, dude, if you make millions of dollars and you find loopholes, don't be mad at the man that took care of the loopholes. Be mad at the system. Like if there's loopholes for rich people to pay less taxes, that's the system. That ain't the you can't be mad at the rich factory owner because he pays less than us. He got better accountants. He got better whatever.
All the time.
If I do my own taxes and they say you get $600 back, and then I go to H&R Block and I pay them extra $100 and they're like, nah, you get $900 back. How much more do you think somebody that a tax lawyer is gonna do for this dude? So if he paid taxes, if it's 750 or 750 million, that's up to him. That's on the game.
Stuff like that has no bearance to me. I mean, because it's just like, every president doubles, triples, quadruples, whatever it is they're worth once they're in office. So
Except our boy Trump though, he losing money though. Factual, he losing money to being he's the only president that's been losing his what do they call that, self-worth or net worth, since he's been in office.
And Trump is coming out of pocket with everything. He's the first president to do that shit. He comes out of pocket on everything, out of his own personal cash. Campaigns, all the trips, all that shit. Campaigns, whatever. That's his money. And he's losing money. His son is losing money. His whole Trump corporation losing money being in office.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see, like, if we can't get a moderator that can kind of keep peace and kind of direct it, I would like to see them both come with their own moderator, but for the other guy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you know what I mean? Almost like in a court case. You know what I mean? Like something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, Biden and his guy, they come, and Biden's guy is going to give Trump the questions, and Trump going to come with his guy, and Trump's guy is going to give Biden the question, and just give them a time. That way they're not over talking. Okay, like you got 15 minutes to answer this, or you got 15 minutes to answer that. Like some type of format where it's like, okay, where it's like people who like Joe Biden can get those questions directed to, you know what I mean? And then the people who like Donald Trump can get those questions out there. That way it's not like people don't got to complain about the Chris Wallace being biased.
Yeah, because he was doing a lot of softball questions.
Or just cut the mics off.
You can't cut President Trump mic off. He'll talk louder though. He'll be like, "Hey, get this out
of here." You can't cut the president. Like, I'm the president. What? You cut my mic off? What?
I'll tell y'all one thing. I need a moderator because it's hard as fuck to get a word in with y'all two motherfuckers.
You got to bring your own moderator next time.
Hey, Marcus come back from the bathroom and start speaking, and I'm trying to like. We need a moderator for this thing.
Well, it's hard to get the three of us in a room talking. But, overall with the debate, man, it was entertaining. I was a little disappointed that, like I said, being a Trump fan, that he basically bullied Biden all night. I was disappointed that these are the best America has to offer. Come on, like these are the best two men in the whole America. Um, I was just saddened for our nation, like going forward. Like, man, I mean, I know I believe in Trump's plan or QAnon's plan, but I was just saddened that it got so far to this point where we just arguing like two little kids. That was my overall take out of the debate. I look forward to the next one. I hope it's entertaining, but more organized. And most importantly, if you vote blue, you vote red, you don't vote, just go out. I mean, if you don't think your vote matters, if you want to make a difference, they say we got to vote. So just go out there and vote, man. Vote for whoever you believe in. Orange color man Trump or Uncle Joe Pop, whoever you want to roll with, man, roll with one and just stick to it. That's all I got to say about the debate and the election.
Yeah. For me personally, with this election, it's way deeper than the election. My thoughts, my personal thoughts. I don't think it's gonna be an election, but some shit gonna pop off. But I'll just leave it at that. But with this clown fest that we got going on right now, we can just sit back, kick back, and enjoy the ride. That's all we can do.
Let me ask you. Oh, my bad.
I said personally, I think Joe Biden is keeping the seat warm. That's my personal opinion. I don't see Biden in office. I think he's keeping the seat warm because they got to become stronger than Joe Biden. They got to have something better than that. The Dems, the deep state. You know why? Not because of Trump's so-called being a racist or Trump's so-called not doing nothing for America. The real reason they're mad at Trump is because, you know, that child trafficking, that adrenochrome, all the stuff going underground, literally underground under our feet. That's what they really mad at Trump about. Trump ain't with the gang. He's against what they in all them cults and secret societies.
Yeah, he went against the playbook.
In one, but he's not with theirs. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. They can't come out and say what they really hate Trump about. So they're just making up this racist bullshit when Trump was hanging out with Tyson in everybody's rap video and everybody's rap song before he got in office. But now all of a sudden he's a racist. Like, come on, man. So it's the real reason why you're mad at old boy. But yeah, we sit back and enjoy this ride. And the Kamala Harris, that's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be like Carl said. I think it's going to be vice versa. Kamala Harris going to run over Pence. Because he doesn't really say much. He hasn't really said much. But, you know, sometimes silence is deadly. So we'll see. That's my take on it. What about you, Carl?
I was gonna ask y'all. Do y'all think there will be something? Because I see they talk a lot about the voting by mail. You think there will be some drama with that?
I heard they already got a system set up for that. I forgot the name of it, but it's an app that you're gonna have to download, and you're gonna have to put your profile and your picture and your physical profile. It's some way where it's unhackable basically, and you're only going to be able to make one. There's no way possible that a person can make multiple votes. One person can make multiple votes. It's supposed to be an app that you're going to put on your phone. He hasn't brought it out yet, but I think he hasn't brought it out because he doesn't think it's going to be an election. It's going to get that far, but if so, they already got a thing. The application is going to come out. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to y'all later.
Okay.
Well, for me, in the words of our great president George Bush, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean, if you get fooled, you can't get fooled again. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up that saying, so I just wanted to fuck it up. But if y'all remember 2000 elections, George W. Bush versus Al Gore, took like 14 days to figure out what Florida did. If they can fuck up Florida, they can fuck up the whole nation. You vote by mail, no matter what you say in CDP, electronic app or whatever, somebody got to count that shit. And if you can't trust the people counting that and being integrity, man, they can fuck it all up. No matter if you do it in person, you do it by mail. I ain't got no trust in that system. I'm a strong believer is that you can't be president unless they tell you that you could be president. If that's not the case, then why is every president known to man related somehow? Me and you can't wake up and be president. You got to be related to some of these suckers somehow. So as far as vote by mail, vote in person, vote wherever, if they want to mess with it, they're going to mess with it. That's my 2 cents as far as mail. You know, I say don't do mail because it's easier to mess with. Dude, they can't even get my package from Amazon here on time. How the hell they going to get a vote for the election on time? That's just my saying.
I don't know. It just kind of seemed janky to me. Like, I don't know. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, mail, I ain't fucking with that. If I was to vote, like, I would probably just go do it myself. That way I could be like, all right, boom, put it in myself. Like mail, like I think some drama is gonna happen. This is gonna be like one of those. I didn't think it was at first, but now I can see like this election is gonna be closer than even I think. And I was like, there's gonna be some drama somewhere. I just don't know with what. I don't know if it's gonna be something where it comes down to Florida again or something, but it's gonna be something because I think both sides are just so invested that I don't think nobody can just take a flat out loss. So it's just like, you know what I mean? There's gonna be some type of something like some type of conspiracy, some type of something where both sides can kind of hold on to and say, oh, that's why I lost, or you know, this wasn't done right. Because I didn't think so at first, but I do think now it's gonna be a close election.
Yeah, people forget that Hillary Clinton and Trump election was close. Like he got like
Yeah.
2 states that he wasn't supposed to get, like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania or something. That's all it took was like boom, now you're the winner. And that's why Hillary Clinton was like, "Oh, let's go for the people's vote, the popular vote. Millions of people voted for me, but you won the electronic vote or whatever electoral vote or whatever it is." And I try to explain that to my wife because she was like, "Why don't we do the popular vote where like your vote actually matters?" It's like, babe, because if we did that, California and New York and maybe Texas would run the country. We got the most people live in our state, so whatever we decide, we be like, nah, Iowa, back up. New Hampshire, shut up. Hawaii, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so you gotta have like a fair voting game, but who knows what's gonna happen? Only God knows above. Continue to pray, be safe, and man, just like CDP said, just enjoy the ride.
Did y'all know that Texas and Washington D.C. is basically like their own nations? They got their own flags. D.C. got its own flag. Did y'all know that shit? Like that's why that's why they call Texas the Lone Star State.
Yeah.
Texas, so basically, like Texas is with us, with America, the Stars and Stripes. But if they don't agree with something, they have the power to be able to be like, we don't do that here in Texas. You know what I mean? Same thing with D.C. And now America is ruled under a king, King Henry IV. He was the ruler of America. I don't know about now, but there was a throne ruling over America. Like, I just like shit crazy.
You going way back to the first presidency, to the Boston Tea Party now with King Henry IV.
It's crazy.
You dropping history on them. They ain't ready for that history.
Some I read up on Greenland. They're talking about like the Roman Empire fell, but they're saying Greenland is where the Roman Empire moved. You know what I'm saying? Because it's old quotes from Trump saying he want to buy Greenland. You know what I'm saying? Like why Trump want to buy Greenland? Well, there's like history that says that's where the Romans fled. You know what I mean? Just like they say the Nazi regime, whatever, fled to the United States and they changed their identities and started working for the CIA. You know what I mean? So It's crazy. It's bigger than this debate, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just sit back and enjoy the ride.
That's what the debate's going to be, and you know what I mean, just the entertainment before election time. You know, the debates for optics, anyways. You want to look at your candidate, you want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, what I mean, I'm just saying for the people rolling with Joe, they were like, yeah, look at Joe. You know, Joe standing up. People with Trump was like, yeah, see, man, they always out to get him. You know, it's like you want to see it. You know what I mean? Because it's not enough to sit and listen, whatever. People want to see him, be like, yeah, that's my guy. You know, like people see Trump and be like, yeah, man, that Trump, you know, before he got the virus, you know, he ain't scared of the virus. He man, you know, he don't wear no mask, you know what I mean? And people are into that. And that's what the debate's about. And the first one, it wasn't the prettiest, but it did a little bit of that. The second one, that was the filling out. I think the second one, you know, it's gonna get a little bit more. When it's gonna be, I can't tell you because you know I thought it was the middle of October, so now I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know if the president's gonna come out of having the virus and be physically weak, or he's gonna be ready to go, or you know, I don't know those things. But yeah, like I said, it's good theater, and you know, we'll see what happens on the next one. But that was me on it.
I think, like you said, I'm thinking about a lot of stuff since we were on the show, talking about why did we think that they possibly gave Trump the virus while he was there. And I think it's probably a possibility that Trump is lining it up to be able to do it over the computer or the stream instead of being there, because maybe after this debate he was informed about something that made him uncomfortable to be at that debate and just to rather stream his side so you won't have to physically be there because you got wind or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe they did give him something. Like,
well, I little Google shout out to Google's punk ass. October 22nd is the next presidential debate. So he got like 20 days after he got coronavirus. So you know he'll meet the CDC guidelines in a 14-day rest period, whatever.
But I think he like on some shit like this ain't gonna happen again. I'm gonna stream from now on.
Yeah, test everybody. Something happened. Test everybody.
He can't come on and say that. So of course he gonna come on. I got the virus and all this shit. You know what I mean? And he's gonna have an excuse to just stream. So because he probably uncomfortable if he got wind or something that made him uncomfortable showing up in person with Biden and them right there. They might try to pull.
Because yeah, I was thinking he's gonna have to go pretty much one of two ways. Either he's gonna like do it from the White House, where people are gonna say like he got somebody right there with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's somebody right. He's reading you know what I mean? Where those claims can get made. Or he could come back and be like, I'm cured by, you know, whatever it is, Clorox bleach. Like, yeah, like, you know what? Everybody go get that. You know, I told y'all. You know, and then the optics of that would be like, damn, like, you know what I mean? And you'd have people go run out and do whatever he said. On the flip side, it's gonna, you know what I mean? If he don't come out hard, it's like, well, you said the virus was nothing. Well, you said the virus is, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing. So for you to be scared to come back, you know, it's like you pretty much have to divulge why.
Right.
Because if you say for health concerns, then that goes against what you're saying, like what you said previous. Right. You can't be like, I'm scared to get the virus, and then you're like, I want to have a bunch of supporters come for a rally. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want a packed house of rallies and nobody needs to worry about none. And then turn around and be like, I don't know if I can do that debate again, you know, because I caught that from somebody over there last time.
Yeah, but y'all keep going to work, though. Y'all keep doing that, though, yeah.
You can say it was an assassination attempt. It does qualify. So you feel safe to like they're trying to assassinate me. So hell no, I don't feel like being in the same building with them.
I guess, but I mean, we're gonna try to wrap it up after that. That was the debate. Like always, man, hit that like button, smash, share the video. Let us know what you thought. I didn't on our last video. I didn't see no comments. I still got that t-shirt competition going out for that. If you can help a brother out, man, send us some money. CDP gonna tell you that about the app. Man, help us get a moderator for Chris. You know what I'm saying? Help us get something. You know, help us do something. But Common Sense Markets, man, y'all be safe. I'm out.
Yes, sir. Hit us up on the Cash App, show some love, so we can get us a moderator if needed. And the Cash App is $CDP209. That's again $CDP209. And then t-shirts and comments, hit us up at 3 Reasons 2020. The number 3 Reasons 2020. 3 Reasons 2020 at gmail.com. Hit us up with comments. Hit us up with orders, merchandise, men, women, and children, dogs, animals. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up if you want the merch. Any colors, sizes, color combinations at 3 Reasons 2020 at gmail.com.
And everybody out there, you know, hey, be safe, stay safe. If you feel you need to wear a mask, wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? We got bad air out here. You know, we got fires, you know. Prayers for everybody, you know, dealing with that. Hope everybody makes it out okay without losing, you know, all their belongings. But other than that, it's the 209 Tiger. I'm out.
All right.